Hello and welcome to my Apex IndyCar track guide here at Road America. Of course, I'm doing this as part of the Indy Online Championship, an Assetto Corsa league that's run on Monday nights and based in Europe. If you want to get involved, there'll be more details down in the description below. Of course, one of the most important things when starting any lap is the final corner, making sure you've got it tight into the apex and you get a good, speedy start down the main straight. Now, of course, here at Road America, the straight is quite long and it goes uphill, so you've got to make sure you get that fantastic exit off of the final corner. Now here, I'm about to cross the line and begin my lap. Now, please remember that this is a racing lap, not a qualifying lap, so keep that in mind when you view things. Now T1 is a very fast corner, meaning you only need a very light brush on the brakes and to downshift twice to fourth to get round it. Make sure you keep at least 2 tyres on the striped curb to stay within track limits, and try not to cut the inside of the corner onto the grass like you can see as I did here. Now we're coming down to T2, and like with a lot of corners on this circuit, the braking point is much later than you would actually think. It's around about 125, just before the 100 marker board, and that allows you to get a good tight entrance into this corner. And it's fine to use the exit curb on this corner, because that gives you a really great exit onto the next straight coming up here. Now this is quite a long straight, of course, known as the back straight here at Road America, or at least that's what I call it. And you do want to upshift to 6th around about now, which allows you good time to get down to this braking point here. You want to brake around about 150, between 2 brake boards again, just before the 100 brake board. This allows you to get a really tight exit down to 2nd gear here, a little bit of inside curb and then as much exit curb as you can possibly get, and that brings you onto the next corner where you want to brake just as the hill gets up to its highest point. I understand that the car will be light there, but that's the most efficient pace to brake. You do not want to use the hill as part of your braking, you just lose too much time. That allows you to hook the car. You don't want to take any inside curb here, a little bit of outside curb is fine, but you want to let the car lazily come around for this next fast corner that's completely flat out, up into 5th before coming down to the left-hander here, and you want to brake around about here, again, around about 150 mark, just before the 100 meter board. You can probably push it a little later on this corner, but I don't like to take the risk. If you want to hook it around, again, a little bit of inside curb, little bit of outside curb, just letting it lazily go around. This is a completely flat out section. You really got to keep control of the car here to make sure that you don't lose the back end. You've got to be really consistent and smooth on the steering. You can see I give it a little jiggle there because I wasn't on the right line coming out of the corner. Then you come down to the next corner here, which is completely flat out yet again to take us onto another semi-straight portion of the track. I really love Road America for this. Now for this corner, you want to brake around the 200 board mark. That gives you enough chance to slow down before the corner because of course this is the fastest section on the circuit. When you do head into the corner, just make sure you hook it in tight, don't take too much inside curb. You can take a little bit of outside curb, but any more will slow you down. Another flat out section here. It may not feel like it on your first laps around, but both on full fuel and qualifying fuel you can make it around there. I use an interesting braking point here. This line you can see in front of you that marks the difference between the asphalt, that's what I use as my braking point. And then I shift down into 3rd for this corner, take it around. I take a little bit too much of the inside curb there. You want to stay off the inside curb on this corner and T1 as much as you can, but you can take as much of the exit curb as you can reasonably get away with without slowing you down. It is a little bumpy towards the end, so be careful of that. But here we go then, down the final straight, and we're about to finish our lap here. But I'm just going to show you the line you should take around the first corner. Hook it in tight, 2 wheels onto the inside curb, 2 wheels onto the outside curb. That's the ideal speed you want to be going for T1. And of course, as is tradition around here now, I'm going to show you an exterior view from the TV cameras of the lap I just showed you from the onboard. This will allow you to get a little bit of a better idea around the lines I'm trying to take and the fastest way around these corners, or as fast as I can go in race trim anyway. So thank you all very much for watching my track guide here at Road America with the Apex IndyCar. I am of course racing this in the Indy Online Championship, a European-based Assetto Corsa championship that races on Monday nights. There are more details down in the description if you want to check it out.